today is going to be kind of a different video. I'm going to be using my sister here, Nia.
Hi.
And I'm going to be doing her makeup. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup. She just kind of usually likes a fresh face. She doesn't like her makeup to feel caked on. And for summer, she just likes a really light layer of foundation because she doesn't even really need any. So I'm just going to show you a glowy look for spring that Nia can wear. So today I'm really just going to kind of be emphasizing really glowy makeup, making her look really fresh-faced and natural. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and I will walk you guys through it. For her skin, I'm going to be using the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, and it's oil-free. So I'm just going to do 2 pumps of this, rub it on her face. I'm using a moisturizer with salicylic acid because she is in her teens and she tends to get a little bit of acne here and there. And next for foundation, the Tarte BB Tinted Treatment Cream. This product is great because it has an SPF in it. It's going to really help to protect your skin while she's out in the sun. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this on my hand and then I will be dotting it onto her face. Just a little here and there. This stuff is really, really great because it's super smooth. So I'm just dotting that on her face. I'm going to be blending it in with the Sigma Flat Top F80 brush. And I'm just going to use it in a stippling motion. And then I'm going to swirl it in. This just feels so light on your skin. This stuff applies so smoothly, it just works wonders.
And it looks beautiful. I could just wear this out even.
Yeah, definitely. Do this. So you always want to make sure you blend the BB cream down the neck. So just go down. This is a pretty perfect match for Nia, so it really doesn't matter. So keeping with the whole glowy theme of this look, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Magic Lumi for under her eyes. So I'm just going to dot right under her eyes in a triangle. So I just applied it like that. Then I'm going to do the other eye just to really brighten this area up because I think it looks really pretty when you have a really bright under eye area. I'm just going to blend that out with the Sigma brush again. And just kind of work it into the skin. So that basically just really brightens up her under eye area and makes her look a little bit more fresh-faced. So next, I'm going to be applying a highlighter to her skin, and the one I'm using is my very favorite Mary Luminizer. And I'm just going to take this and put it in a couple of key places. And I'm just going to use my finger for this because I like the way it applies highlighter better. So I'm just going to use my finger to dot that on. I like to use my finger to dot on highlighter and then I later blend it out with a brush. Just because I feel like it gives me a little bit more of a precise application. I'm just going to take my big Real Techniques brush and blend that in. Just lightly, and already that looks just so gorgeous. She doesn't really like using highlighter down the bridge of her nose, but definitely on her cupid's bow because that is the most place where she really wants to get it highlighted because she doesn't really have a definitive lip line. So she really likes when I do it there. So I'm just gonna fill in her eyebrows really quick with a Maybelline Define-A-Brow and I will be right back. And I really like using a pencil because I feel like it gives really, really precise lines. And with the powder, sometimes I feel like you can't really get in the spots that you need. But her brows are already pretty great, so they don't really need that much filling. Then I'm going to set the brows with this e.l.f. brow gel. And I really love this. I've been using it for so long. This one's almost out. I literally just got a new one. But I just love this because I feel like it works really well and it just holds your brows in place all day. And even before we do the eye makeup, just to go one step further, I'm taking MAC's Studio Finished Concealer in the color NW40 and I'm just going to use a tiny concealer brush just to take some of this and define the arch a little bit. So I'm just taking some on the end And I'm just going to take it underneath the brow and draw a little line. I just feel like this extra step of defining the brow with the concealer just makes it look so much more clean, even if you haven't tweezed your brows in a while, which I know most of us can get lazy. Next, for a blush, I'm using the NARS Taos blush. This is such a pretty color, and I just think it's really glowy. All of their blushes have some amount of shimmer in them, and this one is just so freaking gorgeous. I just love it. So I'm just gonna have her smile. And bring it up back to the temples. I just think blush really brings out her cheeks, so I love blush for her. She has a really pretty facial structure already. It has the perfect amount of shimmer in it, so it just looks really good. So next, we're gonna move on to eyes, and I'm gonna be using some really nice kind of pink tone shadows. The first one's by L'Oreal, and it's their Infallible line. This one's in the color Amber Rush, so it's kind of just like a really nice shimmery color. I love it for the inner corners, which is where I'm gonna be using it on her. It's one of those little pressed pigment things. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on a flat shader brush. Take some of that, put some of that in the inner corner. It already adds so much when you just put a little bit of this. And for a darker skin tone, I really like doing these kind of amber color, these more pink tones, because I feel like it just makes the glowiness look that much better. So then I'm going to be taking MAC's Expensive Pink eyeshadow, which is just a kind of coppery pink that has some gold reflex in it, so I love this color. Again, on that same flat shader brush. This look is so easy to achieve because you don't have to be super precise with it. All the colors blend together so well. I'm just going to be putting that on the entire lid. I love the way this eyeshadow looks because it's such a different look than the average bronze color. For her brow bone, I'm going to be taking Brulee, which is a satin by MAC, and I love this as just a highlight color. I take it on a fluffy brush because I like how that applies better, and I'm just going to take that and blend that into below her brow bone. Just use this to make it look a little bit more cohesive. So today I'm going to be using two mascaras. Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. This one's really good at plumping. And then for her bottom lashes, I like to use the Maybelline Lash Discovery because the brush is super tiny and it works really well. Anyway, so Nia has really sensitive eyes, so she's going to apply it herself, and we will be right back. So for, just to define her crease a little, I'm going to be using the Nude Tude palette, kind of burgundy color called Sexy, and I'm going to take it on just the brush that it came with, just because it really has a defined line, and I'm just going to dip that in there, and then I'm going to place it in the crease. You don't really need a lot of this. It's kind of going to be more of like a cut crease kind of look, but once you blend it out, that color just kind of tones down some of the sparkle. I really like it because I feel like if you wanted to even darken it up further, you could, and it would be like a good even going out look. So I really like that, and it really just defines her eyes so much more. Then I'm going to do her lips. For lips today, we're gonna be using the NYX Lip Smacking Lipsticks, and this is in the color 624 Hope. So I'm just going to apply this to her lips with a little bit of a dotting motion, just to give her something, just a little bit of color. And the thing that kind of, for her, I want to make sure I define her lip line pretty well, like I did with the highlight, because she does like to kind of make that look a little nicer. So I'm just going to blend it out with her finger. We're sisters, so she doesn't care that I'm touching her lips. Anyway, so she's got her lipstick, and then I'm going to go over that with a lip gloss by MAC in the color Spice. And this is just a really pretty color. I love this one. It's going to make it look almost like a mauve-y nude. I love it. try to define. I just think her look is really glowy. Something she would totally wear to school. I could totally see her wearing this. It looks just so pretty and fresh, and
I really like it. Thank you.
I think it looks good.